What's up guys, Lazy Goldmaker here. Today we're talking about Jewelcrafting. As you can see here, I've generated quite a bit of sales over the last, 5 days in this mailbox. A lot of it the last day. And that's because I hit an important breakpoint for certain gems. I can now guarantee quality 3 for air gems, because that's what I spec'd into. And this is very, very profitable. This is very profitable. So right now the crafting cost here is about 4,200. This does not take into account resourcefulness and multicraft, I'm pretty sure. And this gem is selling for 5,500, and I get multicraft and resourcefulness procs on top of it. So yeah, we're making a lot of gold when everything is taken into account, and that's because I can guarantee these at quality 3 as long as I use the quality 3 gems. And well, the quality 3 gems, they cost the amount as the quality 2 ones. So I am losing nothing by doing this. Nothing. There's like 10 gold extra. It's completely irrelevant for the cost of this. So how do you get there? How do you get there? Well, my build is not actually completely optimized. I screwed up. I have some completely wasted points that you're going to cringe when you see. But obviously you need to put a good amount of points into the end node for the specific gem type. As you can see here, I've maxed faceting. And I've put 40 points into air. Probably you don't need full 40 points. The last node here just gives you ability to craft the BOP gems, which are nice because that's been the main way I've gotten skill points. I've been fulfilling public orders for these. They show up every once in a while. So that's actually nice. But you need every piece of skill you can get, obviously, for this build. You need to have your maximum profession tools. I have all of them. We're 97 in enchanting, so really getting up there. And I also put some points here, and this is where you want to close your eyes because these inspiration points are completely wasted and don't do anything for me currently. But yeah. Now, as you can tell from this, I can. There's still like more skill points I could get. I could get another 18 skill points from this for air gems, which I don't need because I'm already 2 points above the cap. So depending a little bit on how high your skill is. You can get away with dropping at least 10 points in the end node, which would then get you further towards the next gem type, or it would get you into this node for resourcefulness, which is obviously a significant boost. More resourcefulness is very, very good for this build. Very, very good. So yeah, obviously, as you can see here, I also have a resourcefulness enchant and multicraft on my Jewelcrafting tool. Definitely want those two stats. I prefer multicraft because it saves me time as well as money over resourcefulness. But then there's no multicraft enchant. So yeah, that's the basics of the build. Now, profit calculations. Obviously, how on earth do you tell if you're making gold? Well, for my last video, I made a little bit of a inspiration calculator. I now added a separate one here just for pure multicraft calculations. So what we do is we'd go to, say, the keen netherite here, and then we start putting in our stats. So resourcefulness 9%, multicraft 14%, crafting cost, let's say 5,000. And then lastly, we need to check what a quality 3 keen netherite is going for on the auction house. I didn't have a netherite quality 3, so keen netherite. Quality 3s are selling for 7,500. So yeah, this is extremely profitable, obviously. Don't need the calculation here to tell you that this is profitable. What we can see is the profit is actually 3,000, not just the 2,500. So even if this was, say, even if the auction house price was 5,000 gold, we'd still be making 15% profit if they were selling for the exact same price as the materials. But it's not, it's selling for more, which is making it obviously very, very. So this is where the advantage of these stats come in. Now, I'm not 100% certain that I'm modeling multicraft completely correctly. Because according to Wowhead, or no, Wow Economy, a post there, it can give you between 1 and 2.5 extra. Because now we're just modeling this as a 14% chance of getting 1 extra gem. But if it's going to give you 1 to 2.5, so maybe like 1.75 on average, then it would be even better, because then the proc rate would essentially just be 1.75 divided by 14%, we'd actually be looking at a 24% chance. So if we set this to 24, yeah, profit margin would be a lot higher. But that I haven't done enough testing. I haven't recorded my results. But either way, you need quality 3 now to compete in gems. As you can see here, there's more quality 3 gems than any other type, which is not what you see when people are doing inspiration builds. If we look at, say, enchants, you'd see what you see when people are doing inspiration builds, where there's a lot more quality 2s than there are quality 3s available. People are just crafting quality 2s and getting quality 3 from inspiration procs. That's not the case anymore for gems. For gems, you need to go the skill build now. Whether or not you go wide after you get the first one to max, or go for resourcefulness, I'm not sure. Resourcefulness will let you make more profit from that market. I like going into more items in general, so that's what I'm doing. But it's now recipes. You get recipes from the specialization tree. There's 2 recipes to get from each of these end nodes. And then on top of that, there are some recipes that come from reputation. I am not level 10, renown 10 with the Ascara Tuskar yet, so I'm missing those recipes. But I do have the ones that you get from the Dragon Scale Expedition, which is from renown 9 with the Dragon Scale Expedition. If you have alt or main, then you can take advantage. Like I have reputation 10 on my main, which means that I'm getting double rep, so it's pretty fast. We're level 6. I was like level 1 2 days ago, and I don't play that much. But we're getting there pretty soon. Obviously, you want to get all the recipes because, well, be more items to craft. It's going to give you more knowledge for first craft bonuses. Like it's going to get you to a higher profitability or more items that you can craft profitably. So yeah. Now for TSM settings, I have a setup. Well, I have a group that you're going to get, but it's going to include one hard-coded operation. So one operation that you will have to change. You're going to have to change it. It's going to look, well, it's going to look something like the 3 gems operation that I have here. And as you can see here, all of the pricing is set manually. You need to change this minimum price to something that makes sense for you. You may also want to add different minimum prices for different gems if you feel the need for that. I'm lazy and I'm just using one. Small variations in crafting cost, but generally they're all profitable, so it doesn't really matter what my minimum. But yeah, change this, make some copies if you need to apply to different elemental gems or different gems if you want to have each gem priced a little bit differently or different minimum pricing. It doesn't really matter as long as you're, I mean, even if the price moves against you, it's better to sell off than to just sit on them forever. So yeah, good luck, happy hunting. This is how I'm making gold with Jewelcrafting right now.